You know what's wild?
What's that?
How many people are so emotionally invested in Marcus Smart?
Yeah, people were not too pleased with you.
Oh my God. I had no idea how emotionally connected that fans are to him. It was like, I made some comments about Marcus Smart. I didn't even think it was a crazy take about how the Celtics should move on from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's time. Two-time defensive player, but I think maybe he's not helping your team get to where you need them to be. People acted like I shit on their mom. Like, people were coming furiously at me. Like, I was saying their wife was ugly. The mob came for me. I mean, I'm talking about, like, you don't deserve to live anymore. One person told me to put a bullet in my head because of this basketball take. This is how bad it is. How dare you come at the heart and the soul of the culture of the Boston Celtics? You know nothing. You know nothing about basketball if you think that Marcus Smart should be moved. That's how you know it's time to move on from Marcus Smart. That right there is how you know. You're too close. You are too close to him. You can't see the forest through the trees. You're just in love, I think. Dare I say, Boston Celtics fans, you're blind. Your love has made you blind. And I get it. I get that. Because me, as a Blazer fan, I'm in love too. I've been there. I have been forced to take a hard look at myself. Because I'm in love with the player who is never going to win us a championship. And I stand for him and I protect him. People shit talk how we can't win with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. And I block those people who tell me that. CJ and Dame are a duo that they cannot be split up. They are best friends, small market players, came up from the dirt, shooters. They can get a bucket at any time. One of the most potent backcourts in the league. But where has that gotten us, really? We went to the Western Conference Finals once after we barely beat the Denver Nuggets in 7.
That was a fun run.
It was a fun run. And then we got destroyed by the Warriors. Yeah. Destroyed. It wasn't even competitive.
Yeah, I remember.
And the truth is, we're never going to win this way. Never. Never. I hate saying that CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard they're not a recipe for a championship. Just like Marcus Smart is not a recipe for the Boston Celtics to win a championship. Probably Kemba Walker, too. And definitely Daniel Tice and Tristan Thompson. Not a solution, not a recipe for winning. And so I feel sad. I feel sad for you guys, Celtics fans, who are so enraged because you can't see how he's holding you back. And you have a piece that's integral to your culture. A piece who is very, very clearly a part of your defensive identity. This Celtics team is just not trying anymore without Marcus Hard Rock Smart on the floor to whip the team into shape. But it does not solve the problem of who's going to guard Joel Embiid. Is Marcus Smart going to? No. It does not gloss over the fact that Smart will shoot 18 shots in a game and 13 of them will be three-pointers. He took 13 shots from 3 in games 1 and 7 against the Miami Heat in the playoffs. And it is a good time to remind people, hey, people, Marcus Smart shoots 37% from the floor in his career and 32% from 3. Whoa.
I love him so much.
If you're a 32% three-point shooter over the course of your career, you should never shoot 13 threes in a game, let alone in the playoffs. Never. Brad Stevens, I tell you what, I'm not a part of the Boston Celtics play calling, but I promise you, Brad Stevens is not drawing up plays for Marcus Smart to shoot 13 threes in a game. And that is not his plan.
Nope.
That is definitely Marcus Smart's plan. There are games where it's very clear he's like, green light on for me. And it doesn't matter if he goes 2 for 13, which sometimes he does.
There was that game in the bubble, though, where he had like 9.
Yeah. And there was also a lot
it was fun, that game.
That was a fun game. Yeah. That's the problem. He is feast or famine with a lot of famine.
Yeah.
And he just should not be doing that. He shouldn't be shooting double-digit threes in an extended practice, let alone in 5 playoff games against Toronto and Miami, when he shot over 9 threes every single game. Let's please stop for a second. Evaluate, Celtics fans. In what world should Marcus Smart shoot more three-pointers than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? None. And he does it a lot. So let's just look at Marcus Smart a little closer for those who think that I don't have a read on him, because I do. He can't hit open threes or catch and shoot threes. He's good at setting up Jaylen Brown and some of the shooting bigs, great perimeter defender, but a terrible interior defender. He's had a negative impact on the Celtics' net rating, especially against good teams, and he drags the team's pace down, which, when you have 2 run-and-gun guys like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, that is a big-time problem. So he probably needs to be moved. Sorry. Probably would be a better fit on a team like the Clippers or Milwaukee or Denver or Utah. Not your team. The time has come to move on. Can we just say to the Boston Celtics fans who are just dragging me on the internet, who are in love passionately and thoroughly with Marcus Smart, that maybe you really don't want him shooting that many threes on your team and he will not ever stop? This is not something that's changing. He has gone on the record and said, no, I don't care. I mean, you have to see that. You have to see that Marcus Smart is going to continue to shoot even if he shoots 10% from 3 in a game. If you don't see that, if you can't get that through your skull, maybe you're in love, and maybe love is blind for you and Marcus Smart. But you know who's not blind? Danny fucking Ainge is not blind.
Nope.
He's been trying to make a move on Marcus Smart for like 2 years. Recently, David Aldridge said, yeah, Marcus Smart is not ungettable. So apparently he is not the heart and soul of the Celtics, because he can be moved. I'm sorry. I'm not the only one who doesn't have love blinders on. The rest of the league seems to have that same opinion as me. And I get it. But doing the same thing over and over again is the definition of insanity. When you expect a different result from the exact same move. Like I said, Marcus Smart will never change. He recently said this. Marcus Smart doesn't care if you think he shoots too much. Can you please tell me what he said to CBS4, the local Boston affiliate, about the world thinking he shoots too much?
Yeah, this is a crazy article. Okay, so the quote is, been doing the same thing I've been doing. I just continue to shoot the ball and shoot with confidence and not give an F what people say. I get crap a lot, but who cares? Just go out and continue to do it. My teammates trust me, and I know what I can do.
He literally said, I know that I get shit. I know that I get shit because I shoot too much. I know that I'm not a good shooter and I shoot way more than I should, but I don't care. I'm going to continue to shoot 12 threes whenever I fucking feel like it. And you know what? There is nothing you motherfuckers can do, because I am the heart and soul of this team. I am integral to the defense. I don't like that. I'm sorry. I don't like that. And Celtics fans are going to continue to love him. And you know what? That is why you're going to continue to fucking lose. How about that? How about that truth? Doing the same thing over and over with the same result. Please trade Marcus Smart, even if it breaks your heart.